I think because yesterday I make Zoom ID, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sayugita ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Nishat.
Good evening.
Today I have holiday, sir.
Yeah, the 2nd of October.
Good evening, sir.
National holiday today. Hello, Irshad. All government offices are closed today.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Purva.
Sorry, sir. My Wi-Fi problem is not fixed yet, so I am using my phone's network, sir. So that's why I am turn off my camera, sir.
That's okay. That's okay. Hmm. So you listen to three people talking about their house, their family, right? They described
Yes, sir.
what kind of house they live in, about their family, what they do in different rooms and stuff. After listening to those three, you guys can do the same as well. Anybody is using their laptop here? No one? No one is using their laptop. Okay. तुम कहाँ रहते हो? How do you say this question?
Where do you live?
Where do
Where
you live?
do you live? Nishat, where do you live? This sentence has four parts. Four parts. Subject part. What is the subject here? What is the subject here?
You.
You. You. And the verb live.
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 And there is a question word where
Where?
the subject and the question word are separated by the word do. Do you live? Where do you live? Okay. अगर आपकी आंटी कहाँ रहती हैं? If the question is आपकी आंटी कहाँ रहती है? Then again we need the four parts: subject, verb, question word, and a word that separates the subject and the question word. आपकी आंटी कहाँ रहती है? In English?
Where do you live, your aunt?
Sorry.
Where do you
Do your
where do you
live, aunt?
your auntie?
Where do your auntie live?
Yes. So you need to take a chair. So Kashif, work on it. Kashif, work on it. Rishikesh, work on it. Okay, pay attention to the four different parts. So this question was, where do you live? Right, where do you live?
Live.
आप कहाँ रहते हैं? Here the subject was you and the verb was live. Now you're changing the subject now. You're using a
Yes,
different
sir.
subject, but the order will not change. The order will remain the same.
Where is your aunt? Where do you aunt live?
Some more changes
Where
necessary.
aunt live?
Okay, remember, when you say this, आपकी aunt कहाँ रहती है, then you don't use do because your aunt is not you. Your aunt is she. And with she, we don't say do. So that was a
Where
big.
does your aunt live?
Okay, finally. Where does your aunt live? आप कहाँ रहते हो? Where do you live? आपकी aunt कहाँ रहती है? Where does your aunt live? Okay. Next question. आप किसके साथ रहते हो? उसका correct नहीं होगा मैम. I couldn't hear you, but I know you said the right thing. I read your lips.
Whom do you live?
Yeah. Come on, everybody. आप किसके साथ रहते हैं?
Who do you live with?
Okay, the rest of you guys were silent. You know why? You couldn't really think very quickly. The same things. Instead of where, who. This time the question word is not where. This time the question word is who.
Who do you with live?
Everything else is the same.
Who you live with?
Who do you live with?
live with?
Who
Who
do
do you
you live with?
Live with.
Who do you live with? What I'm asking you to do is observe. There is a pattern. There is a pattern. If you observe the pattern, you will be comfortable with new sentences. आपकी आंटी किसके साथ रहती हैं?
Who does your
Nice.
auntie live with?
your auntie? With
With whom
Does
does
your auntie live with?
with whom does your auntie live?
Yes, Apurva, that's correct.
With whom does your
Who does your auntie live with? Who
does your
Does
auntie
your auntie with live?
live with?
because we just said, who do you live with? This time we are changing the subject. Instead of
Yes.
you, we are saying your auntie, right? Who, and because the subject is changing, so we are changing do into does. Who, but the order remains the same. Who does your auntie live with? आप प्यार करते हैं किसको?
Who do you love?
Perfect, Sanyogita ma'am. But you know, there is one problem. When you answer so quickly, other people, they can't really answer. Or they don't even think, मैं क्यों नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ answer. फिर वही pattern, 4 words. Subject you, आप प्यार करते हैं. Verb love, इस time live नहीं, love. Okay, you love.
Love.
Subject question word,
Love with.
who. और बन गया, who do you love? Who do you love? Question word क्या है? Who. Subject क्या है? You.
You.
आपकी 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 मम्मी किसको प्यार करती है?
who does your
Who does
Mommy
your
love.
mother love?
Who does your mother love?
Good
love?
evening, sir.
Hello, Aarti. Where were you yesterday?
Sir, I am in Patna.
So, why didn't you attend the class yesterday, Aarti?
Sir,
Why didn't you attend the class yesterday, Aarti?
I explain later, sir.
Okay. All right. And okay, everybody. So the question is, अभी मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, आरती किसके साथ है ना?
Sir, I am in hostel, sir.
Yes. हमारा सवाल है, आरती किसके साथ है? Who is
who
Aarti with? Who is Aarti with? Aarti is with somebody. Aarti is with somebody. Right? We can see that. Aarti is with somebody. Everybody can see Aarti is with somebody, right?
Yes.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hello, Suhani. So who is Aarti with? हु इज आरती विद? आरती किसके साथ है? आरती इज विद somebody, और इज बी वर्ब आगे आ जाएगा क्वेश्चन में। अभी इसमें सब्जेक्ट और क्वेश्चन वर्ड हर एक सवाल में आपने देखा ना,
गुड
द
इवनिंग सर।
सब्जेक्ट, हेलो सैयद काशिफुद्दीन, इन एवरी सेंटेंस द सब्जेक्ट एंड द
यस
क्वेश्चन वर्ड्स वर डिफरेंट वर्ड्स, है ना। एक क्वेश्चन वर्ड पहले होता है, उसके बाद सब्जेक्ट बाद में होता है, उसके बाद वर्ब होता है। अगर बी वर्ब है तो बी वर्ब सब्जेक्ट के पहले। हु इज आरती विद? आरती किसके साथ है? अगर आप ये 4-5 सेंटेंस को एनालाइज करोगे तो इसकी हिंदी सिर्फ याद नहीं करनी, आपको महसूस करना है। ऐसे तो रट्टा मार के 2 साल का 3 साल का बच्चा भी याद कर लेगा ये सब सेंटेंस, ठीक है। उसको समझ कोई नहीं आएगी, ओके। वो चौथा लाइन, एक नया लाइन अपने मन से नहीं बनाएगा। बट इफ यू वांट टू बी एबल टू मेक सेंटेंसेस ऑफ योर ओन, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द पैटर्न हियर। आरती किससे प्यार करती हैं? कैसे पूछेंगे दोस्तों?
Who does Aarti love?
वेरी गुड सुलेखा।
आरती लव।
हु डज
Who does
आरती?
Aarti love?
ओके।
Who
यहाँ
does Aarti love?
सब्जेक्ट क्या है? व्हाट इज द सब्जेक्ट?
Aarti.
Aarti.
आरती। क्वेश्चन वर्ड तो है ही हमेशा आगे,
Mm-hmm.
और क्वेश्चन वर्ड और सब्जेक्ट के बीच में क्या है?
Does.
डज।
Does.
डज,
Does.
है ना। ओके।
Yes.
आरती क्यों खुश है?
Why is Aarti happy?
Why is
Why is Aarti
Aarti happy?
Why
Why
is
does
आरती हैप्पी? Why
Happy.
is आरती हैप्पी? The subject is
Aarti.
Aarti?
आरती।
Aarti.
why. Question word is,
Why?
Why?
and they
Why?
are they are separated by be verb, right?
Yes.
यस
Why is Aarti happy? Okay, everyone, you are familiar with these things, right? You are comfortable with these things. You're confident about these things, right? Now, I'm going to say, मुझे आयशा से बात करनी होगी। रुक जाओ, सब लोग शांत होकर कोऑपरेट करना, ओके। हेलो आयशा।
Hello, sir. Good evening.
गुड इवनिंग आयशा, मेरे बच्चा। बेटा आयशा, आई कांट सी योर फेस एंड इट हैज बीन मोर देन 10 days.
Sir, I told you my camera was failed.
बेटा, you have to do something about it. That is not going to help you. मैं आपसे कुछ सवाल करने वाला हूँ और देखो क्या होगा, आप उसका जवाब कैसे दोगे, ठीक है। बोलो, तुम कहाँ रहते हो? आयशा, ये सवाल को इंग्लिश में पूछो, तुम कहाँ रहते हो?
Where are you from?
तुम कहाँ रहते हो?
Where are you from?
वेयर डू यू लिव?
आयशा, अभी आपने रिजेक्ट
It's
किया कैमरा ऑन करने को। कैमरा को ऑन करना है, आपको एक्सेप्ट करना है। एक्सेप्ट करिए उसको, जो मैंने रिक्वेस्ट भेजा उसको एक्सेप्ट करिए। बेटा,
नहीं हो रहा सर।
आप एक्सेप्ट करेंगे? हाँ, आप एक्सेप्ट करिए, सिर्फ एक्सेप्ट करिए। और फिर उसको, जैसे मैंने बताया, 2-3 चीजें बताई हैं, ओके। यू हैव टू अप व्हाट इज दैट थिंग, reinstall the app, Aisha. One. Second thing, if it doesn't work, you have to, what is that? Factory reset. Factory reset your phone after saving all those things. This might help your problem as well. You can go to the app, camera app, and upgrade, update, whatever, you know. But beta, it is very necessary that you are on camera, Aisha. It is really, really necessary. Okay. And सवाल फिर से पूछता हूँ। आयशा, आप कहाँ रहते हैं? पूछना है आपको, आप कहाँ रहते हैं? हाउ विल यू आस्क?
Where are you from?
वो हो गया, आप कहाँ के रहने वाले हैं, ओके। आप कहाँ रहते हैं आयशा?
Where are you live?
इसीलिए हम लोग आगे बढ़ चुके हैं, आप नहीं बढ़ पाई वहां तक। क्या बोलते हैं, कहाँ रहते हैं को क्या बोलते हैं दोस्तों? वेयर
Where
आर
do
यू
you
लिव?
live?
Where do you live?
चलो देखो आयशा, समझाता हूँ, गौर से सुनो, और इस बात को आज 10 सेंटेंस लिख के मुझे भेज देना, ठीक है, कि मैंने ये प्रैक्टिस की। यू लिव, इसमें यू सब्जेक्ट है, लिव वर्ब है। ये बात समझ में आती है आयशा? डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस मच?
Yes, sir.
तो जब लिव कौन सा वर्ब का फॉर्म है? V1 है, V2 है, V3 है, कौन सा फॉर्म है आयशा? लिव।
V1.
तो जब भी तुम्हें सब्जेक्ट के बाद V1 दिखेगा, तो सब्जेक्ट के पहले तुम इज एम आर कभी मत लगाना। क्या कहा? अगर सब्जेक्ट के बाद V1 है, तो सब्जेक्ट के पहले इज एम आर कभी मत लगाना। इज दैट सिंपल?
Yes, sir.
तो क्या नहीं बोल सकते थे?
R.
तो क्या बोलेंगे?
Where do you live?
वेरी गुड। पूछो कि तुम कब सोते हो?
When do you sleep?
स्लिप नहीं बेटा, स्लीप। ओके, स्लिप मतलब ससर के गिर जाना। ओके, ससरना। व्हेन डू यू स्लिप नहीं, व्हेन डू यू स्लीप। ओके, SLEEP, not SLIP। SLIP slip. Okay, sleep. When do you sleep? Okay, when do you go to bed? Okay. um इसमें एक क्वेश्चन पार्ट है। व्हेन सब्जेक्ट है यू, वर्ब है स्लीप। अब बोलना है आपकी माँ कितने बजे सोती है आयशा?
वहां पे रखो।
आयशा, आपकी माँ कितने बजे सोती है?
Sir, again, what you say?
इसको इंग्लिश में बोलना
Subject.
बेटा। आपकी माँ कितने बजे सोती है, इसको कैसे बोलेंगे इंग्लिश में?
When do your mom sleep?
ओके, योर मॉम। यू नहीं है, योर मॉम। यू के साथ डू लगाते बेटा, और मैंने आपको पढ़ाया है ही शी इट अगर हो तो डज बोलना पड़ता है। तो यहाँ डू नहीं बोलना था आपको।
Does.
व्हेन, व्हेन डज योर मॉम स्लीप?
When does your mom sleep?
व्हेन डज योर मॉम स्लीप। अच्छा, इज क्यों नहीं बोलते बोलेंगे आयशा? व्हेन डज योर मॉम, व्हेन इज योर मॉम स्लीप? व्हाई कांट वी से व्हेन इज योर मॉम स्लीप आयशा? यू कैन आंसर दैट, आई डोंट नो।
Yes, sir.
अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैंने क्या बताया था? आर क्यों नहीं लगाना था?
Subject से पहले, reason से पहले नहीं लगता।
सब्जेक्ट के बाद क्या लिखा हुआ है? V1 है। V1 जब रहेगा तो सब्जेक्ट के पहले इज एम आर
हार नहीं
आएंगे।
लगी।
तो यही जवाब देना था ना बेटा। सब्जेक्ट के बाद क्या है? स्लीप। स्लीप V1 है।
Yes, sir.
तो आप नहीं बोल सकते व्हेन इज योर मदर स्लीप, क्या बोलेंगे?
When does your mother sleep?
ये बात दिमाग में चली गई, रिकॉर्डिंग में भी होगी। सो यू विल वॉच द रिकॉर्डिंग एंड प्रैक्टिस 20-25 सेंटेंसेस। मुझे दोनों चीज लिख के, इस भी लिख के उसको क्रॉस करेंगे और बगल में रीजन लिखेंगे, ठीक है? प्रैक्टिस ऐसे मेरे तरफ से, मेरे हिसाब से ऐसे प्रैक्टिस होती है दोस्तों, कि आप लिखेंगे व्हेन इज योर मदर स्लीप, वहां इज को काटेंगे और लिखेंगे बगल में। चूंकि योर मदर के बाद स्लीप है जो V1 है, इसलिए यहाँ इज नहीं होगा। इससे क्या होता है? आपको इस बात की रिमाइंडर मिलती है खुद को, और आप आगे ऐसा नहीं करेंगे। हाँ या ना? तो गलत को लिखेंगे और काटेंगे कि नहीं ये ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए क्योंकि सर ने ये बताया, ये बात बताई मुझे। ओके आयशा,
Okay, sir.
चलो एक आखिरी सेंटेंस। तुम किससे प्यार करते हो? चलो देखते हैं, तुम प्यार करते हो क्या? इंग्लिश आयशा, तुम प्यार करते हो?
To love.
बस हो गया। यू लव के पहले क्या बोलना होगा? क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे तो यू के पहले क्या बोलना होगा? आर की डू, कुछ तो
Or
बोलोगे? आर बोलेंगे?
do you?
आर बोलेंगे श्योर?
Do you love?
डू की आर?
R I. R, sir.
अभी क्या बताया था मैंने? कि अगर सब्जेक्ट के बाद V1 रहेगा तो इज एम आर नहीं लगा सकते। सब्जेक्ट के बाद क्या है? लव। लव V1 है, प्यार करना V1। आयशा,
यस सर।
तो तुम क्या बोल रही हो?
आर यू लव।
तो अभी समझदारी काम कर रहा है तुम्हारा?
यस सर।
2 अक्टूबर की छुट्टी पे है समझदारी, नेशनल हॉलिडे। क्योंकि मैंने अभी तुम्हें 3 बार बोला है क्या, कि सब्जेक्ट के बाद अगर V1 है तो सब्जेक्ट के पहले इज एम आर नहीं लगा सकते। तो जब भी इज एम आर लगाना है नहीं लगाना, ये चेक करने के लिए क्या देखना पड़ेगा हमें? सब्जेक्ट के बाद देखना पड़ेगा। अगर वहाँ V1 है तो इज एम आर नहीं सोचेंगे। तुमने देखा, तुमने पूछा, लव V1 है, प्यार करना, तुम प्यार करते, यू लव। समझ में आई बात?
यस सर।
तो क्या बोलना था?
डू यू लव।
और क्वेश्चन वर्ड वेयर लगाना है कि हु लगाना है कि व्हेन लगाना है? किससे प्यार करते हो?
हु।
तो क्वेश्चन क्या बना? हु। रिपीट करो
हु
आगे।
डू यू लव। हु डू यू
हु
लव।
हु डू यू लव मतलब क्या हुआ?
किससे तुम प्यार करते हो।
ऐसे हिंदी बोलते हैं कि तुम किससे प्यार करते हो बोलते हैं?
किससे प्यार करते हो।
तुम किससे प्यार करते हो? अब बोलो तुम किससे नफरत करते हो?
हु डू यू हेट।
प्रैक्टिस 20 सेंटेंस से कम नहीं होनी चाहिए आयशा, और हर एक बार यही बातें लिख लिख के, क्या नहीं हो सकता है, क्या हो सकता है, रीजन लिख लिख के प्रैक्टिस करना है। खाली सेंटेंस नहीं लिखना है, उसके बगल में उसकी रीजन भी लिख, कि वो क्यों सही है। उस वर्ड को हाईलाइट करना जो सही है, उस वर्ड को हाईलाइट करना जो गलत है, और उसके बगल में उसके रीजन लिखना है। और 20 बार ऐसा करोगी तो कभी दिमाग से नहीं निकलेगा, हाँ कि ना?
ओके सर।
चलो, अब मुझे ये बताओ कि पूछना है तुम्हारी माँ किससे प्यार करती है, तो
हु डू योर मदर लव्स। लव।
हाँ, डू को चेंज नहीं करना योर मदर के लिए।
डज। डज।
समझ में आ रहा है?
यस सर।
You need some practice, Aisha. Okay, you need some practice. And tomorrow I want you on camera, beta. No matter what, change your phone, whatever you do, you must be on camera, because I don't get the satisfaction. I'm talking to her and I can't see her facial expressions. कैसा feel होता है? ये आप सबको पता है, right? When you're trying to explain something to somebody, but you can't see the satisfaction on their face, the confusion on their face. So that's one necessary thing. You must be on camera, beta. Okay, tomorrow fix it, fix the problem. Okay. Now, guys, you might be thinking why I talked about it today. I just wanted to confirm that everybody remembers what they have studied in Unit 2 and 3, right? And now we are going to do something really interesting here, okay? Everybody agrees that in a question sentence, there is a subject and there is a question word, and they are separate, right? Usually the question word is the first word, right? And the subject is the third word. Would you agree?
Yes.
What number is the subject? Number
First
3.
Three.
is number three.
Number
First is
3.
the question word.
First. And in the middle, you have either do or does
Does,
or is. Depends.
are,
For example, सुहानी
Is
क्यों
on.
खुश है? हाँ, सुहानी क्यों खुश है? Yes, yes,
Why,
Nishu. Yes, Nishu, you can, beta. You can, no problems. Okay. Hmm.
Why does
Uh,
Suhan happy?
okay.
Why is Suhani
Why
happy?
is Suhani happy?
is Sohani
Why
happy?
she is happy?
अपूर्वा,
He's
बातों को तुम्हें एनालाइज
Happy
करना
is not
पड़ेगा।
verb. Happy is not verb.
happy. Is
इसीलिए तो होगा.
Nishu, are you in the class, Nishu? Are you in the class,
Yes.
Nishu?
I is
Where,
Suhani.
where is Nishu?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right, beta. हाँ, तो अपूर्वा,
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
I have a question, sir. I have a doubt, sir.
My mistake, sir.
I will answer रेनू पूर्वा
Okay, sir.
हमारे एक गलती हमसे ये होती है कि हम हर एक स्टेप एक बार में नहीं करते 3 स्टेप या 2 स्टेप एक बार में करते तो गड़बड़ होती है अगर एक बार में एक स्टेप करेंगे तो गलती नहीं होगी और आदत बन जाएगी तो तेजी से स्टेप करेंगे और समय भी कम लगेगा ओके अपूर्वा तो
Okay.
अभी तुमने कह दिया व्हाई डज सुहानी हैप्पी हैप्पी तुम्हें V1 लगा
No, sir. It is not a verb.
देन व्हाई डिड यू से दैट बिकॉज तुमने प्रोसेस नहीं किया वही एक एक कदम
Yes.
रुक के डोंट डू दैट यस रेनू
Okay.
Sir, who does live with you and who do you live with you?
एक सेकंड रेनू एक
I'm
सेकंड
confused.
आप कंफ्यूजन नहीं है
Who
आपके
do
कंफ्यूजन को
who
मैं
do
पहले ही
this?
जानता था इसलिए मैं यहाँ से चल रहा हूँ आपका कोई सवाल नहीं है आप सिर्फ आप मुझे हेकल कर दिए एक तरह से हम उसी डायरेक्शन में
Sir,
आने वाले थे और ये मेरे को झूठ मूठ में उधर कि मेरा एक सवाल है कोई सवाल नहीं इनका ओके आई एम गोइंग टू टीच बिकॉज पता है लोगों को कोई परेशानी होती है तो
I'm
मैंने आपको
confused
हाईलाइट क्या
about
करा
it, sir.
रेनू 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 होल्ड ऑन क्या आप इस बात को मानती हैं कि सब्जेक्ट और क्वेश्चन वर्ड्स अलग अलग होते हैं रेनू आपको महसूस हुआ
Who do
सारे
you
क्वेश्चंस में
live with?
Okay, tell me, question word कहाँ होता है रेनू? First word is the
First,
question word,
first word
and
is
where is
the
the subject?
question.
Where is the subject?
Subject.
Third
Third
word. And उसके
Yes,
बीच में
sir.
क्या होता है?
Verb.
Verb.
नहीं
Verb.
उसके बीच में
Do
दोनों के बीच में या तो do,
do you
या
do?
तो
Yes,
does,
sir.
या तो
Helping
is,
verb
या तो
or
am,
is
या तो are,
yes, sir.
depend करता है
Yes,
ना?
sir.
Shazia, Afreen, Noor, please be on camera, all of you. Okay, Shazia, Afreen, and Noor, please be on camera. Okay, on camera, nicely, properly. मोबाइल रख देते हैं स्टैंड पे और हिलाना नहीं है दोस्तों मोबाइल को ओके जस्ट सिट प्रॉपरली एंड फोकस ऑन व्हाट आई एम टीचिंग बिकॉज फिर से बताता हूँ किसी के पास इतना पेशेंस नहीं है जितना मेरे पास है ओके आपकी एक ही बात को एक एक महीने दो महीने तक करेक्ट करने की किसी के पास पेशेंस नहीं है नो बॉडी हैज द पेशेंस दैट आई possess okay that is what separates me from any other teacher you will ever have okay because I will keep correcting you without getting angry highlighting the same things again and again okay क्योंकि आप लोग एक ही गलतियां करोगे होता ही है होना ही है आपसे वो लर्निंग का तरीका ही ऐसा है इंग्लिश सीखने में होती है इस वजह से कई लोग नहीं सीख पाते इंग्लिश ओके क्योंकि कोई उनको करेक्ट करता नहीं वो फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाते हैं चलो आगे देखते हैं तो रेनू सारे क्वेश्चंस में 2 वर्ड्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थे सब्जेक्ट बाय बाय विराट सब्जेक्ट एंड द क्वेश्चन वर्ड एंड दे आर सेपरेट सबको पता है ना अब आओ लेट्स सी you listen to these 3 people now
Yes, sir.
Gabriel, Kelly, Najendra, and Anita. Okay, so this woman is Gabriel. Okay, she is from the south of France, and this woman is Kelly. She is from Australia. She is Australian, and these 2 people are of course from India. Okay,
Live in Delhi.
ये मेरी एक स्टूडेंट की तरह लग रही हैं
They live in Delhi.
she lives in
Delhi.
Delhi.
I'm not talking about these. I'm talking about a student who looks like her actually. I forgot her name. Khushbu? No. Khushbu? No. Khushbu is her sister-in-law. Okay, I forgot. Kajal. Yes. Kajal. She looks like my student Kajal. Okay. Listen to 3 people talking about where they live. Okay, now look at the question. Who lives in a bungalow? Notice this question, everybody. Who lives in a bungalow? Now, this question is very different. Do you realize? The
Yes.
word order is totally different. Who lives in a bungalow? Here, who is the question word, obviously, and who is also the subject?
Yes, sir.
Who is also the subject?
Subject.
Somebody lives in a bungalow. Somebody lives in a bungalow. Who lives in a bungalow? Who? Now look at that lives. No does, no do, kuch nahi. Who lives in a bungalow? Who lives in a bungalow, people?
Kelly.
Kelly. Hmm? Kelly lives in a
Kelly
bungalow.
lives in.
Okay. गौर करिए ये क्वेश्चन में who lives in a bungalow, ये आपका क्वेश्चन बिल्कुल अलग है from those questions that you practiced at the beginning of the class, right? उसमें हमारा एक सब्जेक्ट होता था, सब्जेक्ट के बाद एक वर्ब होता था, और ये क्वेश्चन वर्ड सबसे शुरू में होता था, right? So this is different. Give me a second. Hello? अरे बोलिए, हाँ बोल रहे। हम तो क्लास में हैं, नहीं पता, हो सकता निकल गया हो। कितने बजे छुट्टी होती है? कितने बजे छुट्टी होती है नॉर्मली? 6:30। तो अभी तो 6 बज रहा है। हाँ, 933452121 रुकिए ना 93345212766 okay everyone. So I knew that this was going to confuse some of you guys here. That's why I started from there. It's something that you already know. There's no confusion in where does she live, right? Why does she, cry? These are easy questions, okay, if you're comfortable with this. But now what we have here, who lives in a bungalow? The verb is lives and the subject is who. And coincidentally, who is the question word too? So the word who is playing two roles here. It is the subject and it is the question word as well, right? Who lives in a bungalow? In Hindi, बंगलो में कौन रहता है, राइट? तो अब अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं who lives in Madhya Pradesh? Who lives in Madhya Pradesh?
Renu.
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 Renu lives in Madhya Pradesh, right? Yeah. Who lives in Ranchi?
संयोगिता.
Sanyogita ma'am lives in
Sangeeta
Ranchi,
ma'am
right?
lives in Ranchi.
Who lives in Bokaro?
Jeba.
Zeva lives in Bokaro.
Zeba lives
Lives
in
in
Bokaro.
Bokaro.
Who lives in Dubai?
Kashif.
Kashif lives in
Kashif
Dubai.
lives in Dubai. Okay. And who lives in Kolkata?
Moni.
Moni.
Not
Moni
near, not
lives.
not near
Moni lives in
actually
Kolkata.
Kolkata. In you don't live in Kolkata, Moni. You live in West Bengal, right? Kolkata, Moni. You don't live in
West.
Kolkata. Yeah, he lives in
Yes.
West Bengal. Okay.
Kolkata lives in Atif. Atif lives in Kolkata.
Atif.
Yes.
Oh, who lives in Atif? Are you in Kolkata right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Atif lives in Kolkata. That's interesting. And who lives in Patna?
Aarti.
Aarti and Irshad. Aarti and Irshad both live in Patna. And Abhishek. And Abhishek. And Suhani.
And कैसा sir?
And Kakasha. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Sir, this
good
topic
to
has
see
confusion.
Aisha on camera. Yes, Kashif.
Hmm. Two people use live ना या lives.
हाँ, बहुत अच्छे। सवाल में मेरा वही रहेगा, who lives in Patna, बट हम लोग आंसर में कहेंगे
Aarti.
शाद, सुहानी, आरती and कहकशा live in Patna.
Patna.
And Abhishek live in Patna. Okay, but in question we will say who lives in Patna, right?
Yes.
Okay. तो
आंसर में लीव बोलेंगे, आंसर में लीव
Yes.
बोलेंगे सर।
Sanyukta ma'am,
Yes,
it
yes.
depends. It depends. If you are saying, Sanyukta ma'am, if I say who lives in Ranchi, then I will say Sanyukta ma'am lives in Ranchi because Sanyukta ma'am is she. But
यस सर।
if I say who lives in Patna, then Irshad and Abhishek. So
लिव इन
that
पटना।
live in. I hope you understand.
यस।
Okay. Okay, everybody. That was important, I think, Now notice that who lives, who loves you? Who loves you? Is it a difficult question?
No.
Answer.
No,
Who
sir.
loves you?
My parents
my
loves me.
sister, brother,
Love. Money,
sister.
love. My
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 parents
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 love
love
me.
me.
Okay. Come on, everybody. Who loves you?
My parents love
My
me.
parents
Love me.
I
Love
love
me.
My
Uh,
parents.
okay. Everybody will say only parents?
sir. I love you.
Okay. But my question was something else, Suhani. My question was something else. My question was who loves
Who loves you? तुमको कौन प्यार करते हैं?
who loves you? Who loves you,
My
Suhani?
parents and family, friends.
Yeah, family and friends. And somebody whose name starts with R. Okay. Mummy is right there next to her. Okay. All right, everybody. So, who loves you? Who hates you? Who hates you?
nobody hates
Ma.
me.
Nobody
I
hates you?
think so, sir.
Nobody hates you? Again, nobody hates you, guys? Nobody hates you? Sure,
No,
there are
sir.
some people. I'm sure there are
Some
some people.
people hates.
Some people hate me. Some people hate
Hate,
me.
hate,
Yes.
hate.
People,
Me.
plural. Some people hate me. कहकशा आ गई.
जब प्लूरल की बात आएगी तो हेट हो जाएगा, है ना?
तो ऑब्वियस है ना मैम. जैसे ही शीट के साथ एस लगाते हैं तो
Yes,
प्लूरल तो
yes.
ही शीट हो नहीं सकता ना. सो दैट्स
Good
ऑब्वियस.
evening, sir.
अरे कहकशा बेटा कितना इंपॉर्टेंट मिस किया तुमने पता है. You should have been here. I know you have a fever, beta. But don't worry. Watch the recording, okay? The first half an hour, 40 minutes, very useful, Kekasha. Maz, did you understand this, beta? Maz, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Adib, you're sure about what I taught? Okay?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा यहाँ देखो, यहाँ क्वेश्चन वर्ड ही सब्जेक्ट है. एक और क्वेश्चन वर्ड बताता हूँ जो सब्जेक्ट होगा, ओके? चलो एक हु से ही और. Who wants to go to the cinema with me? Who wants to go to the cinema with me? ठीक है, मैंने क्या पूछा? Who wants to go to the cinema with me? इसमें सवाल का हिंदी तो आसान है करना दोस्तों. Who wants to
Your
go?
wife.
तू अपना बताना. Here in the class, in the room, okay? In the room. Who wants to go to the cinema with me? In this class,
With
who wants to go to the cinema with me? I will buy your ticket, don't worry. Who wants to go to the cinema with
Now
me?
I also want to cinema with you.
Renu, your voice is muffled. I couldn't hear what you said. It was
sir,
not very.
free में तो
Now
सब चल
I
जाएगा.
also want to cinema with you, sir. If you buy my ticket.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
If
sir.
I am asking, do you
Yes,
want to
sir.
go to cinema? It means I will buy you the ticket. Obviously, if somebody says to me, "Do you want to come to the restaurant?" I'll expect that that person will spend money. Obviously, the person who invites should spend money. That's common sense,
Yes,
isn't
sir.
it? If you invite me to the restaurant and when I come with you and then you say, "हाँ ये लो bill," मैंने कहा पागल समझ रखा है? That's not fair.
होता है
Okay?
सर कभी-कभी फ्रेंड लोग कर
Yeah,
देते हैं.
yeah. So if I'm inviting, then of course I will buy the ticket. Okay. Who wants to go to the cinema with me? Yep, let's see.
I don't want go to cinema with you.
La, a rejection. Rejection. Kashif doesn't want to go with me.
I
Okay,
want to
who
go.
I
wants?
sir.
I want to go
Yeah,
with
Aarti
you.
wants to go. Aarti, Apurva. Aarti and Apurva
I,
both
th-
of
I,
them. Uh-huh.
I
And
think every girl wants
every
to go to
girl,
the cinema
Moni,
with
Moni,
you.
every girl, every girl, every girl,
Yeah.
Every
every
girl.
girl, not every girls. Yes, that's right.
Every girl
So
go to the
we will
cinema
choose
with
a
you.
nice movie. We will choose a nice movie. I'm saying Dangal was a great movie to watch with your students now because it was a really motivating film, I think.
Motivating film है ये.
Very inspiring movie. Okay, any such good film comes, then we can. But the
Super
problem is
30,
we
sir.
are in. Sorry, Atif.
Super 30. Super 30.
Super 30 was also very good to watch with your students. Yeah. And the problem is now that we are also in so many different cities, it's kind of difficult to, go to the cinema together. We can watch something online together here, right? Someday. I have apps like, Geo Cinema, Hotstar, and so many. But the problem is, if I share my screen, then you guys will see nothing. Like I have, suppose I play Hotstar here. I go on my Google Chrome,
Sir,
and yes.
can I say it? My grandmother loves me more than my mother.
इसमें थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है कि आपको ये बोलना है कि आपकी दादी आपसे ज्यादा प्यार करती मम्मी से, यानी कि मम्मी जितना करती उससे ज्यादा, है ना?
Yes,
तो आप कैसे बोलेंगे? माई ग्रैंड मदर लव्स मी मोर देन माई मदर डज.
my mother does.
मोर देन माई मदर डज. इससे पता चल गया कि आपकी माँ जितना आपको प्यार करती है उससे ज्यादा आपकी दादी करती हैं, नानी करती हैं. ओके, नाउ गाइस, डू यू सी एनीथिंग ऑन योर स्क्रीन और इट इज ऑल ब्लैक?
Yes, no, sing, sir, some film.
Friends,
You can see?
yes, sir.
Okay.
There
Yes,
is a
sir.
movie.
Yes.
There is a
This
movie.
is, yeah, this is my Hotstar. Okay.
Homepage. This is
Yes.
the
Suppose
homepage.
I decide to watch a movie with you all. Okay. Oh, Stree 2 is available on Hotstar. Oh, I didn't know that. This is 3, not Stree 2. It is Stree, not Stree 2. Okay. Yeah. Stree 2 was boring. Stree was fun, but Stree 2 was totally boring. I didn't like it. Okay. English films. Where are the English films? Here. Okay. So suppose we decide to watch a movie, an English movie. Wait, movies. These are all Hindi films, but I want to watch an English movie. I don't like the Marvel series. I don't like them. I like drama where there is conversation, where there is she taught love. 1 minute, 41 minutes, 1 hour, 41 minutes. Okay, so guys, now do you still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
What's going on? It says login. What do you mean login? I am already logged in. Why do I have to?
Premium, sir.
Super premium. I already have this. I don't know. Login. Use camera app to
Login.
you are enter mobile number. The best thing is to enter mobile number 7488989782. Okay. 7488.
सर ऐसे में कोई चोरी कर लेगा आपका
No problem. करने दो.
ओटीपी चाहिए ना
That you're above 18 years of age. Okay. 748898.
7488.
See, how will you steal?
Good, sir.
Where is that? Messages. Hotstar. 57. See. Okay, can you still see, or it is now blank?
Nice.
I'm anxiety.
Yes, sir. I'm still seeing.
Hotstar. I see. Disney Hotstar.
Can you see the screen? Can you see my screen? A movie playing?
Yes, yes.
No.
Yes, sir.
Now blank.
It is all black.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Now
I
blank.
see.
Black, sir.
No
Okay.
internet connection.
If nothing saves us from death, can you see? Can you see a quote on the screen? What do you see on your screen, guys?
No
Black.
internet connection.
Black, sir.
Only black.
People black screen, sir.
No internet connection.
No internet connection.
No internet connection.
Knew that. I knew that. They're very smart, you know. They won't let me watch movies with you. I thought once, maybe a few, 1 or 2 years ago, I tried this. I tried to share movie with my students. I thought we would watch a movie together in one class, but I couldn't do it. They don't let me share my screen. I can watch it here, of course, but when I share my screen, it goes black. You can watch nothing, but you could hear the lines. You could hear the dialogues though. You'll be able to hear it, not watch it. Chalo, koi baat nahi. Someday we will watch. Okay, तो था who wants to go to the cinema with me? Who wants to go to the cinema? Easy है. Who wants to go? कौन जाना चाहता है? Easy है ना? अब दूसरा पूछ लो. तुम किसके साथ जाना चाहते हो? तुम जाना चाहते हो. You want to go. तुम जाना चाहते हो. बाकी हो गया. आराम से कर लो. You want to go. You के पहले क्या बोलोगे?
Who?
Who?
Do. पहले you
Who
के पहले
do
क्या
you
Do
want
you
to
want
go?
to go? Do
हाँ,
you want to go?
Who do you want to go?
to the
Do
cinema
you
with?
want to go?
Want to go
To the
to
cinema with.
with
Who do you want to go to the cinema with?
Who
You
do
want to
you
go to the cinema with somebody. किसके
one
साथ?
name
Who do you want to go to the cinema with? Sanyukta ma'am, focus hard. You want to go to the cinema, right?
Yes.
तो क्वेश्चन है तो you के पहले तो do लगाओगे क्योंकि you के बाद want है V1 है. V1 है तो
Who
you के
do
पहले
you
do आएगा.
want
To go to the
to
cinema with.
Who do you want to?
Who do you want to go to the cinema with? Right?
subject is you.
You
तुम
subject
किसके
है.
साथ
आप
जाना
जाना
चाहते
चाह.
हो?
हाँ
who do
बिल्कुल
you
बिल्कुल.
want to go to
कौन जाना
to
चाहते
the
हो?
cinema with?
इसमें who question word है. You subject है. अलग
Yes,
अलग है
yes.
दोनों. Who do you want to
Yes.
go to the cinema with? वैसे ही पूछते हैं आप किससे प्यार करते हो? आप किससे प्यार करते हो?
Who do you love?
Who do you love?
Who do you
Okay.
love?
Who do you
do you
love?
love?
Right?
Love.
आप किससे शादी करना चाहते हैं?
Who do
Who
you
do you
want to
want to
marry?
marry?
Who do you want to marry?
Who do you
Who
want
do
to
you want
marry?
to marry?
Want
Who
to
do you want
marry.
to marry? Who do you want to marry? Right? और आपसे कौन शादी करना चाहता है? Then
Who do you want to marry
हाँ हाँ.
me?
मोनी मोनी मोनी. आपसे कौन करना
Marry
चाहता है?
me.
Who want to marry with you?
रेनू
Want to marry with?
गलती कर रही हो. हाँ आप गलती कर रही हो लेकिन बोलो
Who
फिर भी
wants
बोलो.
Want
to
to
marry
marry
with you?
to me?
Perfect. Who wants to
Who
marry
wants
you?
to
Who
marry
wants to
with
marry
you?
you? Who wants to marry you? Who wants to marry you? Sohani, who wants to marry you?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know, okay. Good. She doesn't know who wants to marry her. Okay.
Yes, sir. Who is subject? Who is subject?
I hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Who wants to marry you? कौन आपको जान मारना चाहता है? कैसे पूछेंगे?
Who wants to kill you?
Want to
Who wants to
kill
kill you?
you?
Who wants to kill
Wants
you?
to wants to kill
Who
you?
wants to
You go
kill
to the
you?
police. You go to the police. You go to the police. Please save me. Please save me. He will kill me. He will kill me. Right? आप घबराते हुए गए. In panic, total panic. The police wala asks you, sit down, calm down, calm down. Okay, give him some water. Now tell me, who wants to kill you? Who wants to kill you? Who will kill you? Who wants to kill you? Right? Any problems? Okay. लेकिन पुलिस ने एक अपराधी को पकड़ा. उसके हाथ में गन था, गोलियां थी. उसने पूछा, किसको मारना चाहते थे तुम? किसके लिए था? किसके लिए था? किसको मारना चाहते हो? किसको मारना चाहते हो तुम? Who do you want to kill?
Who want
You
to
want to
kill?
kill somebody. You want to kill somebody. You want to kill somebody, right?
You want to kill?
तो you want to kill. इसमें आगे do लगा लो और उसके आगे who लगा लो. Who do you want to kill? Who do you want to kill? हाँ? प्रैक्टिस करोगे घर पे थोड़ी बहुत? अब तक जो सब्जेक्ट वाला आइडिया था वो दिमाग में रखना. सब्जेक्ट वर्ब, सब्जेक्ट के पहले डू या डस अगर V1 है तो क्वेश्चन वर्ड फर्स्ट वर्ड होता है. ओके, रिमेंबर दैट.
तिकड़ी ना.
हाँ तिकड़ी तो याद ही है तुम्हें, राइट? तिकड़ी तो याद ही है. सब्जेक्ट V1 और सब्जेक्ट और V1 अगर रहे तो तिकड़ी में एक पहला वर्ड जो होगा डू या डज होगा. नाउ हु लिव्स इन अ बंगलो?
Kelly.
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 Kelly lives in
Kelly.
Ramla.
Who lives in an old house?
Garbly.
Gabriel.
Anita.
Garbly.
Ga-
Who lives
Gabriel.
in a flat? Who lives in a flat?
Nagendra and
Nagendra and
Nagendra.
Nagendra and
Nagendra.
Anita.
Anita.
Nagendra and Anita lives in a
Who
flat.
lives नहीं बेटा live because दो लोग का नाम लिया आपने.
live
Live.
in a flat.
Lives in a
Who has
flat.
two daughters? Who has two daughters?
Nagendra and
Nagendra
Nagendra
and
and Anita
Anita
have
Nagendra
have
has
two her
Nagendra
daughters.
two daughters.
Anita.
Who has a cat?
Kelly.
Kelly has a
Kelly has
cat.
a cat.
Kelly.
Who has a divorced son?
Garbly.
Gabriel
Gabrielle
has
has a
a
divorce.
divorced son.
Gabriel.
Gabrielle. Gabrielle.
Gabrielle. Gabrielle.
Who has a divorced son? Gabriel.
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 Who watches TV in the
Gabriel.
kitchen? Who watches TV in the kitchen?
Gabriel.
Gabriel watches
Gabriel
TV in the
watches
kitchen.
TV in the kitchen.
Who loves cooking?
Kelly.
Kelly loves
Loves cooking.
Cooking.
Who travels 20 kilometers to work?
Nagendra
Nagendra.
Nagendra travels 20 kilometers to work.
Any problems, anyone?
No, sir.
Who makes a lot of jokes in the class?
You.
Only you, sir.
You.
Okay. And who doesn't turn their camera on? अच्छा सुन रहे हो सवाल? Who doesn't turn their camera on?
Aisha.
Who?
Aisha.
Rajia.
Shazia. Shazia doesn't turn camera on. Okay. All right. Kashif. Okay. Who smokes here? Who in the class smokes? Nobody will say I do. Okay. Who has two girlfriends? Who has two girlfriends here? Moni does.
No,
Moni does.
sir, I don't have any girlfriend.
You don't have even one. He's saying I don't have any girlfriends. Okay. ऋषिकेश तुम इसलिए पिटाए थे ना दोनों पकड़ ली थे एक साथ ना तुम्हें एक जगह दोनों आके गलती से
Yes, sir.
यस इसीलिए ऋषिकेश पिटे थे बाय द वे
Hmm.
कोई बात नहीं ही हैज लर्नड हिज लेसन अब अलग अलग दिन बुलाएंगे यू नो ही विल नॉट कॉल देम बोथ एट द सेम टाइम इन द पार्क ओके हु के साथ मेरे ख्याल से हम लोग काफी कंफर्टेबल हो चुके हैं shouldn't be a problem but please practice okay now underline the correct answer number 1
Gabriela only used 3 of the bedroom.
use or uses
Only
Uses.
Yes,
Use it.
Three of the
Gabriel
bed.
only uses
use 6 bedrooms.
Uses six.
6 she uses 6 bedrooms
3 of the bedrooms.
3 of the
Three of
bedrooms.
the
three of the
bedroom.
bedrooms.
there are 3 people Gabriel her son and her grandson so they use 3 of the bedrooms 2
Her son
Her son
Her
is a
son
builder.
is
Is a builder.
Builder.
a builder.
Her son is a builder.
3
There is a school
There
in
is
the
a
village.
There is
school
a
in the
school in
village.
the village.
There
there
is
is a school in the village right there
Yes,
is
sir.
a school. Number 4
Kelly's house
Kelly's
has
Kelly
house
house
a garden.
doesn't have a garden.
Kelly house
Kelly's
has a
house
garden.
has a garden
Has, has a garden.
Yes.
the garden.
yeah number 5
Doesn't have a garden.
She works in a
in a
bank
She
bank in the
in the
works
city
city
center.
center.
in a bank in the city center.
center.
she works in a bank in the city center 6
She
goes
goes to
Goes
work
to
to work
work
by
by
train.
by
very
train.
good 7
Nagendra and
Nagendra and Anita
Anita
live in
don't
the
live
city,
in
live
the
in
center of Delhi.
don't live in the center of Delhi.
They don't live in the center of Delhi now. They said
Yes.
Yes.
our flat is not in the center. 8.
There isn't a fridge in the
There,
kitchen.
there
There
is
is
a
not
fridge in the
a fridge in
kitchen.
the kitchen.
There
Yes.
isn't
There
a fridge.
isn't a fridge in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
The fridge is in the living room. The fridge is in the
Yes. Living room.
Living
The
room.
fridge is in the living room. Their daughters sleep
Their
in the
daughters
living
sleep
room.
in the living
In the
room.
living room.
their daughters sleep in the living
In
room.
the living room.
Living room.
Yeah. Let's listen. Now let's listen. I am playing the audio for you, okay? Listen and enjoy the audio. This is 4.12. No, this is a different audio file from the practice book. This is 7. Yeah.
Unit 4, Exercise 7, Parts 1 and 2.
Gabrielle, from the south of France.
I live with my son and my grandson.
Repeat.
I live with my
I live with my
son
son and
I live
grandson.
with my
She lives
son
with her
and
son and her
grandson.
grandson.
Isn't it easy?
Yes.
Yes,
I
yes.
live with my son and my
And
grandson.
my grandson. I live with
She
my
lives
son
with her
and
son
my
and
grandson.
grandson.
We live in a small village.
He
We live
just
in a small
They
village.
live in a small
live
village.
in a small
They live in a
Live
small
in
village.
a small village. These are easy sentences. सुनते के साथ समझ में आने वाले, right?
Yes, sir.
Called Tarascon near Avignon.
Called Trascom near Avignon. Suppose you don't get the name right. Suppose you don't get the name right. Okay, you feel confused about the name. No problems, because it's a French word. Because it is
yes.
a name, right? In France. So why do you care? Even if you don't get it right, वहां अपने तरफ से लिख दे, मखदूमपुर लिख दे कोई, ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, कुछ भी नाम लिख दो गांव का. All right, guys.
Okay,
I
sir.
live in a small village called Makhdumpur. ठीक है? No problems. बगल में मगड़ा है, यहाँ से लिख दो. I live in a small village called Magda. Okay. No problems. The point is you understand the sentence. Yeah, yeah.
I live in a small village.
The name doesn't matter. The only thing that you should understand is she says near Avignon. So between Avignon and the first name she says, Trascom and Avignon, which is bigger and which is more popular in your opinion?
Avenue.
Avenue.
Because आप ऐसे ही करते हो ना, I live in a village near Rajgir. I live in a small
Yes.
village near Nevada, so that the bigger place will give people an idea. अच्छा वहाँ पे, अच्छा, right? Yeah. I live in a small village near, this place, near that place. So famous place पहले बाद में बोलते हो, near that. Okay. So she lives in a small village called Trascom near Avignon. आपको ना Avignon की spelling जाननी चाहिए, ना Trascom की, क्योंकि ये कोई मायने नहीं रखता है. यहाँ XYZ कर दो, ABC कर दो, no problems. I live in a small village called ABC near XYZ. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Okay.
In the south of France.
In the south of France. In the south of France. Okay. She lives in the south of France. And we live in the north of India, right?
The house is very old.
The house is very old. The house is very old.
And very big.
And very big. Repeat, guys. Repeat the easy
The
sentences.
house
The
is
house
very
is
old.
very old and very
And
big.
very big.
House is very old and very
We only live in part of it.
We
We
only
only
live
live.
We only live in.
We only
live in
live.
part of it.
They only live in.
We
ये सेंटेंस थोड़ा
live.
मुश्किल है, थोड़ा मुश्किल, यही थोड़ा मुश्किल डालते हैं हम लोग,
We
ताकि
only
उसको
live
grow
in.
करो. We only live in
part
part
of
of it.
it.
We only live in part of it because the house is big and there are only 3 people. So we do not use the whole house. We don't use we live in part of it. एक हिस्से में रहते हैं, पूरा घर नहीं यूज करते. We live in part of it. It मतलब the house. We live in part of the house. We don't live in the entire house, right?
There are 6 bedrooms, but
There are 6 bedrooms,
There are six
but
bedrooms.
there are 6 bedrooms, but
But
We only use 3 of them.
But we only use 3 of them.
3 of
There are
them.
6 bedrooms,
On
but we only use 3 of
bottom
them.
only use 3 of them.
Yeah. Because there are only 3 people. She, her son, and her grandson. So she says there are 6 bedrooms, but we only use 3 of them.
Most of the time we live in the kitchen.
Most of the time
Most
we live in
of
the
the
kitchen.
time I live in the kitchen.
Most of the time we live in the kitchen. Most of the time
We live in the kitchen.
अच्छा, आपके पापा की शिकायत क्या है आपकी मम्मी से, बताइए तो।
Most of time
क्या
they
रहेगी?
live in
लेडीज का
they
टाइम
live in
किचन में
outside.
ही बीतता है।
ये पापा ही शिकायत करते हैं, तुम्हारा तो हर समय किचन में ही रहने का है। पापा says this all the time ना, most of the time you are in the kitchen, most of the time you are in the, Papa says this not to you, he doesn't say this to you, he says this to his wife, your mom, okay? Most of the time you are in the kitchen. You should come and sit and talk to me sometimes, okay? Yeah, like that. I complain this to my wife, you know, she's very busy. Okay, most of the time I think yeah, most of the time we live in the kitchen. हम लोग अपना ज्यादातर समय तो किचन में ही बिताते हैं. Most of the time we live in the kitchen.
It's a big kitchen.
It's a big kitchen.
It's a big
It's a
kitchen.
big kitchen.
It's a big kitchen.
It's a big kitchen, guys. Okay.
We eat and watch TV in there.
We eat and watch TV in there.
We eat and watch TV in there. Kashif, आपने अच्छा कोशिश किया है. You have tried to write the text in your own words, which is very good. But there are some mistakes. I hope you'll be able to correct them after this class. Okay? ये कॉल होना चाहिए, कॉल्ड होना चाहिए. देखना तो काशिफ.
Called.
ये
They
गलती
live
है.
in a small village called
But
Taskur.
whatever, X, Y, Z, whatever, है ना? In the south Afghans or in the south of France?
In the south of
France.
Afghan.
Now, अगर आप गौर से सुनो ऑडियो तो आपको सुनाई पड़ेगा in the south of France, in the south of France, in the south of France, okay? अगला लाइन पढ़ो
Afghan
तो
सुनाई
आप
दिया सर.
काशिफ. अगला लाइन, हाँ कोई बात नहीं, होता है. That's why we need to practice ना. Next, the house very old and very big. ये sentence है सही. Kashif. Everybody quiet. Only Kashif will correct. Kashif, the house very old and big.
The house very old and big. The house is very old and big.
Exactly. Okay. So do not make such mistakes.
But
They
I wrote
only live
in the book, sir.
हाँ कोई बात नहीं. They only live in artificial. मतलब इसका कोई मतलब निकलता है?
Artificial है सर. ये गलत हो गया लिखने में.
They only live in part of it. They only live in
Part of it.
They only live in part of it. There are 6 bedrooms, but they only use 3 of them. Most of the time they live. Most of the time.
Most of the time they live in the kitchen.
It's a big kitchen. It's big kitchen. Or it's a big kitchen. A is important.
It's a big kitchen.
Right? They eat and watch TV in there. बहुत अच्छा कोशिश करा आपने. आप ऐसी मेहनत करते रहे और सारे लोग इस तरह से कर सकते हैं. Okay? जो आप सुनते हैं उसको अपने शब्दों में बोलो, अपने शब्दों में लिखो.
We don't use the living room.
We don't use the living room very much. We don't use the living room very much. Can you see the mistake, Kashif?
They don't use living room.
और होना क्या चाहिए?
Don't use
They don't use the living room very much. They don't use the living room very much. Yeah.
They have
They don't use the living room very much.
They don't use the living room very
They
much.
don't use the living room very much.
Very much. That's big too.
They don't use the living room very much. That's big too. Full stop. They don't use the living room very much. Full stop. The sentence is over. And that's big too. Matlab, the living room is big too. Every room in their house is big, no? The living room is big too.
My son Christoph is a builder.
Her son Christoph is a builder. Okay?
He's divorced. My grandson Laurent is only 9.
My grandson Long is only 9. अभी उसके बेटे का नाम है ना, ग्रैंडसन का नाम है ना लॉन्ग. तो मैंने बताया ये तो एक फ्रेंच नेम है लॉन्ग. ओके, तो आपकी स्पेलिंग कुछ भी हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बाय द वे, आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू, फ्रेंच नेम्स आर वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू प्रोनाउंस एंड स्पेल. आप जो लॉन्ग सुन रहे हैं ना, उसके स्पेलिंग
Yes.
है LAURENT. आप कभी लॉन्ग पढ़ोगे? LAURENT को कभी पढ़ोगे?
Nice.
LAURENT. आप पढ़ेंगे लॉरेंट,
लॉरेंट.
और वो क्या बोलती है?
Long.
Builder. He's divorced. My grandson Laurent is only 9.
This is strange. French names are very, very difficult to pronounce, okay?
He goes to school in the village.
He goes to school in the village. Easy? Now, next.
Kelly from Perth, Australia.
I'm very excited because I have my own house for the first time.
I'm very excited because I have my own house for the first time.
I am very excited.
I'm very excited.
Because
She's very excited because she has her own
she
house
has
for the
her
first time.
own.
I'm very excited because I have my own house for the first time. Okay, guys, imagine a 13, 14-year-old boy or girl in the family. You know, he has been using his brother's phone, his mother's phone, his father's phone. And finally, on the 15th birthday or 16th birthday, Papa gives him or her a new smartphone. क्या बोलेगा?
I am very excited. I have my own phone. I am very excited because I have my own phone.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very happy because I have my own phone. I have my own smartphone. I have my own mobile phone, right? When Aarti got married, Aarti की शादी हुई ना, पता है क्या बोल रही थी वो? बताओ.
I
I am very excited. I have
I have
my own husband.
I am very excited. Finally, I have a husband.
But तुम लोग को कैसे पता?
अरे तुम उसी से तो बोली थी. I am very excited because I have my own husband for the first time. मतलब समझ रहे हो दोस्तों? कितना बड़ा जोक है,
Finally.
समझ रहे हो? आपको अगर समझ में आ रहा है जोक तो ही यहाँ से बहुत बेकार बात है बोलने के लिए. लिसन टू मी. कोई इस बात को सीरियसली नहीं ले सकता क्योंकि बेकार सी बात है बोलने के लिए, लेकिन मैं सिर्फ बोल रहा हूँ आप अप्रिशिएट तो कर सके इसमें जो ओन का वैल्यू है. आरती क्या बोल गई? वेरी एक्साइटेड बिकॉज आई हैव माई ओन हस्बैंड फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. इसके मतलब इसके पहले किसका हस्बैंड था? किसी और का.
First time.
फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. ओके, तो देखो जोक्स जो भी रहे, लेकिन उसमें मेन मकसद होता है आपको फील कराना वर्ड्स को. ठीक है, ओन का मतलब है नॉट एनीबॉडी एल्सेस, माय ओन. एम्फेसिस. बच्चा बहुत टेंशन में था, पता है ना, बहुत टेंशन में. पापा आए शाम में घर. The child was sitting at the door. Papa said, "What happened? Why are you so sad?" "Don't talk to me," the boy said. "Why? What happened? Tell me, what's wrong?" "Don't talk to me," the child says again. Then the father says, "Beta, we are friends, okay? You can tell me anything." The son says, "Are you sure we are friends?" He says, "Yes, beta, we are friends, okay?" The father. Then the son says, "Papa, I need my own wife. I can't live with your wife anymore. Okay? I need my own wife. I can't live with your wife anymore. Okay? Yeah. Okay, fine.
सर
Oh,
कैली का फर्स्ट लाइन थोड़ा सा समझ नहीं आया. कैली का फर्स्ट लाइन एक बार और रिपीट.
I'm very excited because
नहीं नहीं, उसके पहले वाला. उसके पहले वाला था कुछ.
Is there a sentence
Kelly
before that?
from Perth.
Kelly. Perth is a
Yes.
city. Perth is a city in Australia, no? Kelly from Perth, Australia.
Oh, Kelly from
Perth,
Perth.
Perth,
Australia.
Australia.
It's a city.
Yeah? Okay. Perth is a city. Anybody who knows a little bit about cricket, has interest in cricket, knows
Yes. Perth
Perth has
Scorchers.
Perth has a very fast pitch, right? India usually lose there. But last time we played, we defeated Australia in Perth because of our fast bowlers. I remember, I think Shrishant was in the team when we defeated Australia in Perth. Yeah, I think. Perth was a very, very difficult pitch to bat because, it's a very fast pitch, and Indian batsmen, they struggle against fast bowling. But nowadays, Indian batsmen are good against fast bowling, and they get out easily against a spin bowling. Virat Kohli, he gets out against the spinners so easily, off the spinners, whether it is, even this time he got out twice in the last match against Bangladesh. Okay, anyways, guys, Perth, Australia. She's very excited. Okay, can you tell me the part of a speech of excited?
Adjective.
Okay, other people? Can you tell me the part of a speech of excited? She's very excited.
Adverb.
Adjective, sir. Adverb.
जब कोई वर्ड किसी के बारे में, किसी नाउन के बारे में कुछ बताए तो वो एडजेक्टिव होता है. तो एक्साइटेड शी के बारे में कुछ बता रहे हैं ना, लड़की केली के बारे में कुछ बता रहे हैं. शी इज वेरी excited. I am very excited. So obviously excited is an adjective. Okay, I'm very excited because I have my own house for the first time.
It's a bungalow.
It's a bungalow. It's a bungalow. It's a bungalow.
And it's very new and modern.
And it's very new and modern. It's a bungalow and it's very new and modern. Okay. It's a bungalow and it's very new and modern. It's a bungalow. यहाँ it किसके लिए आया बेटा?
Bungalow.
Her new house. Her new house.
New house के लिए. Yes.
अब एक काम करो, it हटाओ और बोलो. Her new house is a bungalow. Her new house is a
bungalow.
New and modern.
Her
new house is very new and modern.
It's a bungalow.
Punctuation mistake, Kashif. Should be an apostrophe between T and S.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a bungalow.
Very new and modern.
New and modern.
I have 3 bedrooms, a big living.
Repeat.
I have three
bedrooms.
and
a big living
room and kitchen and a small garden.
And a small
kitchen and a small garden.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
I love
I
it.
love it.
I love cooking in my kitchen for my friends.
I love cooking in my kitchen for my friends.
For my friends.
Not from, for my friends.
For my friend.
It means she invites her friends. It means she invites her friends.
Yes.
Okay.
It's in a part of Perth called Greenwood.
It's in a part of Perth called Greenwood. It's in a part of Perth called Greenwood. Okay, listen.
It's in a park.
Okay, I'll explain. I'll explain. Hold on. Okay. We all know Renu lives in Madhya Pradesh. She lives in Gwalior. Gwalior is a city. So, if she wants to tell us exactly where in Gwalior, she can tell us, I live in a part of Gwalior called Renu. You live in a part of Gwalior called
City.
Unmute yourself. Arey nahi. You live in a part of Gwalior. You live in a part of Gwalior called
Area name.
Okay.
Area names. मोहल्ले का नाम.
You live in a part of Gwalior called. I hope you understand now. देखो, आपको बताना है कि आप कहाँ रहते हो ग्वालियर में, तो कैसे बताओगे? हम लोग नहीं जानते उस जगह को, ग्वालियर को. We are not familiar with Gwalior. तो आप कैसे बताओगे? मैं आपको बताता हूँ, रेनू. Okay? I live in a part of Bihar Sharif called Sherpur.
I live in a part of
Okay. Sayogita ma'am, what about you?
I live in a part of Ranchi called Bariatu. I live in a part of Ranchi called Bariatu.
I
Very
live
good.
in a part
I
of
live in
Kolkata called Maddamgram.
I live in a part of Hajipur called Bhagwanpur.
Very good. Keep going, everybody.
I
Abhishek.
live in Vijayawada called Gundi Meda.
Anish, I'll come to you, Anish. I'll come to you. Abhishek.
I live in part of Patna called Anandpuri.
Very nice. Abhishek lives in a part of Patna called Anandpuri. Very good. Anish.
I live in part of Vijayawada called Gundi Meda.
Very nice. You live in a part of Vijayawada called
Gundi Meda.
Gundi Meda.
Yes, sir.
What a name. Gundi Meda.
Funny name.
Okay. Interesting. Zeba.
I live in part of Bokaro. It's called Bokaro Thermal.
Very nice, beta. Very good. Hello? Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Anybody else wants to tell me where they are? Yes, please.
I live.
Somebody for me. Okay, I'll come. Okay, Irshad and everybody who lives in another city, please tell me where you live. Okay, using this pattern. I live in a part of this place called this.
I live in part of Nalanda called Niyamat Nagar.
Very good.
Called.
Hey, hello. Atif, call me after class.
Yes. Atif, and you can practice as well, of course. Yes. And what else we were talking about? Yeah. And yep. So where does Kelly live, guys? Kelly lives in a part of Perth called Greenwood. So if you want to write a letter to her, if you want to visit her, first you will go to Australia, right? You will take a flight to Australia. In Australia, you will go to Perth. And when you reach Perth, what will you say to the taxi driver? Take me to Greenwood, right? And when you get there, then you will call her. Hey, Kelly, I'm here in Greenwood. Okay, where is your house exactly? I hope you understand. She lives in a part of Perth called Greenwood. Suppose somebody lives in Mumbai. Somebody lives in Mumbai, okay? And of course, Mumbai is a big city. There are different parts. So a person says, I live in a part of Mumbai called Lonavala. I live in a part of Mumbai called Andheri. I live in a part of Mumbai called, Juhu. I hope you understand, everyone. Easy? So the sentence was, yes.
जैसे मुंबई में अंधेरी बोल रहे हैं, अंधेरी का पार्ट कैसे बोलेंगे?
देखो देखो देखो, ये सिर्फ सिटी में बताने के लिए. I live in a part of Mumbai called Andheri. Andheri is a part of Mumbai, yes or no?
Yes.
And after that, you can give details. Basically, the purpose was to explain this. Okay. After that, you can explain where you have to go, which area you have to go to, which street you have to go to, and everything, right? But this sentence, which you didn't understand, I live in a part of Perth called Greenwood. So Greenwood is a part of Perth. Okay, it's a locality. It's an area. Yes. Greenwood, beta. Greenwood. Again, Seva, does it matter? It's a proper noun, sweetie. It's a proper noun. So even if you get it wrong, how does it matter? Suppose somebody is talking to you, somebody from Australia is talking to you, and you say, my name is Zeba, all right, Zeba Afreen. And he doesn't get your name right. Doesn't matter, because proper nouns, there are millions and billions of proper nouns in this world, right? So we're not supposed to get all the proper nouns right. I mean, Renu, I can hear some noises. Okay, I can tell you, suppose you play an audio file, you bring, suppose you're watching a movie and they mention a place in that movie that I have never heard of. So what? I will know that it is a place, that's all. But I don't know that place. I didn't get the name because the name is funny, the name is strange, right? So only worry where you should worry. It is a proper noun. You don't need to give too much of value to proper nouns. You know what happens, all of you? When you listen, when you play such an audio file, bring a text where there are some proper nouns, students whose English is not very good feel very confused about that proper noun and say, what does it mean? वो पूछने लगेंगे इसका मतलब क्या होता है? अच्छा सुनो. If somebody says, I live in a part of Perth called Greenwood, isn't it clear that Greenwood is a proper noun because of the use of called? Right, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So that's what I want you to develop, an understanding of English. Okay. Now let's see.
Sir,
Yes.
I live in part of Dubai called Jabal Ali near Ibn Battuta.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well done.
Not too far from the city centre.
Not too far from the city center. It is not too far from the city center. This place, Greenwood, is not too far from the city center.
I work in a bank right in the centre.
I work in a bank right in the center. Here, the word right says exactly in the center. I work in a bank right in the center. Okay.
And I go to work by train.
And she goes to work by train.
I live alone.
I live alone. She lives alone. Okay. She says, I live alone. Okay.
Well, that's not quite true.
And then she says, well, that's not quite true. That's not quite true. That's not quite true. What does that mean? That's not quite true. It means that's not completely true. First, she says, I live alone. Okay. When do you say you live alone? When there is nobody else with you? So you live alone. So first she says, I live alone, because she doesn't have a brother or a boyfriend or a husband or a father or a sister with her. So she says, I live alone. But then she says, well, that's not quite true. Quite. Quite. That's not quite true. Means that's not completely true.
I live with my cat, Ozzy.
I live with my cat, OZ. I live with my cat, OZ. Okay, now you understand why she's... Sorry, ma'am.
Quite true means?
Completely true. That's not quite true. That's not completely true.
Quite true. Spelling sir क्या होगा quite true का?
Quite, 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 and true, TRUE. True.
Quite true मतलब सही या गलत?
Yeah, true, false. Okay, quite true. Let me explain again. Normally, when somebody doesn't have anybody else in the house, they say, I live alone. Renu, do you live alone? No, because she lives with her papa, mummy, sister. Okay. Atif, do you live alone in Kolkata? Atif?
No, sir, I live with my.
Yeah. Okay. But how about Anish? Do you live alone, Anish?
No, sir.
Then?
I live with roommate.
Okay. Now listen to this one. Anish, if he wants to say, he can say, I live alone because he doesn't have his mother, he doesn't have his father. So he can say, I live alone from that perspective, that he doesn't have any family members with him. But then he can also say, well, that's not quite true. That's not completely true because I live with a roommate, right? Now let's go to Arti. Arti lives alone. Arti, you live alone, right? But again, that's the same thing. She also has a roommate, maybe a flat, hostel mate in her room. Who else? Kakasha. You live alone, Kakasha, don't you? Nishat, you live alone, right? No, Nishat doesn't live alone because Nishat lives with her parents, her sisters. Okay. But Kakasha lives alone. But she can
I
also
live
say,
alone.
that's not quite true. That's not quite true because she has her roommates. Okay. So I hope you guys understand here. First time when she says, I live alone, then she's thinking she doesn't live with her family members. She doesn't live with a boyfriend. She doesn't live with her husband. And then she says, well, that's not quite true because suddenly the cat came to her mind that she lives with a cat. She says, notice, I live with my cat.
He's my best friend. I go to work by train. I live alone. Well, that's not quite true. I live with my cat, Ozzy.
I live with my cat, OZ. So she has a cat called OZ.
He's my best friend.
He's my best friend. Boys, okay, you should become a little aware and alert, okay? You should realize there is a problem. Girls are choosing, cats, dogs over you guys. Can you see? She's not living with a guy, she's living with a cat. And she says, he's my best friend. So, boys, you have a real problem here, okay? Change your behavior. Otherwise, girls will choose cats and dogs and who knows, pigs over boys. Okay, mera ho gaya dosto, okay? 14 years ago, I got lucky, okay? But I don't know about you, okay? Today's girls are a little different, okay? They are not like your moms and your elder sisters. They are different, okay? So get your act together, everybody. Otherwise, you will be working alone in an office and girls will be living with cats and dogs and they will say, my cat is my best friend, my dog is my best friend. And I don't know what else will happen. Okay, so we will finish the third part. Nagendra and Anita, the Indian couple, we'll listen to them tomorrow. And I hope you guys will listen to the audio file at home a lot of times. Okay, and we'll continue tomorrow, everyone. I'm going to share another audio file with you. It is 4.14 perhaps or 13, whatever. I'll share with you another audio file. Listen to it. One more thing I want to tell you to do. You see, you guys listen to these three people, and in a pair talk, why don't you talk about them? You decide, okay, I'll speak about Gabrielle, okay, everything she shared. Another person will say, okay, I'll talk about Kelly. Another person will say, okay, I'll talk about Nagendra and Anita. So this is how you can practice in pair talk, okay? And I hope you guys are doing your pair talk very seriously. Suleikha, you have to practice pair talk. Join other people when they're practicing, okay? Make a small groups. And if like mixed gender is not working, boys can practice with boys, girls can practice with girls. If it is not working, if you guys are too, let's say, hesitant and shy and inhibited, okay? But if you are frank, confident, why not? You can practice with each other. So just do what you're supposed to do. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time,
Okay, bye.
5:30. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good
Bye,
night,
sir.
everyone. Bye-bye, Vida. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Good night.